Hey, what up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you. Tonight is the 19th of January, and we're hyping up the big Raw reunion show. Tonight's going to be a fun one. We got the opening segment, basically hyping up everything that was the main event with Brock Lesnar, with Triple H, with John Cena. We get a chance to see if John Cena's friends are going to be able to get their jobs back at the end of the night in the main event. But it was really fun to see in the second, well, I guess it was the first match tonight, but the second segment of the night was Daniel Bryan's return to Monday Night Raw. First time wrestling on Raw. Of course, they used this return last week on SmackDown to wrestle Kane. It was a match that was an early disqualification, which got blown up into him basically joining the Shield in a six-man, which was fun. We saw Daniel Bryan go through the motions, but he was sort of protected by having two other guys in there with him, Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. We saw his singles return. If you go back and think about last year's Royal Rumble, the big deal was Daniel Bryan had joined the Wyatts. He was wearing one of those jumpsuits. He had sort of been hypnotized by Bray Wyatt, led to them having the awesome match where Bray Wyatt got the win. And a lot of people thought that was match of the year last year, even though it happened really early in the year. A lot of people forgot about it at the end. But if you go back and watch a lot of reviews about the Rumble, people will be raving about Daniel Bryan versus Bray Wyatt. Just sort of got hurt that it was so early on in the year. Bray Wyatt, of course, hitting his sister Abigail for the big win. I can remember him catching Daniel Bryan flying out of the ring, if I remember right, doing one of his toupees. But tonight's action was Bray Wyatt against Daniel Bryan again. This was basically to hype up the match that's going to be on SmackDown. That is the match that people care about in the end. If Daniel Bryan loses the cane, he's not going to be able to be a part of the Royal Rumble this year. But the match this time, we saw Daniel Bryan lose on Raw in his Raw debut. Big shocker due to the outside interference by Kane. I don't think this match really means anything. I don't think people are going to be turning on Daniel Bryan, not thinking that he has a real shot to win the Rumble. He's not my pick to win the Rumble. He's who I want to win in my heart. But if I had to put money on the line, I'm going to go and say the WWE's going to screw up and pick Roman Reigns to win the whole deal. But I think this was more than anything just a way to hype up. Daniel Bryan can lose. It's not out of the line that he can't lose on SmackDown. You need to check out SmackDown so they can keep that rating up. They were honestly a little bit sort of surprised that the SmackDown rating on Thursday wasn't a little bit higher than on Friday. I don't think that fault's on Daniel Bryan. I think that's just what people want to watch wrestling on the B show. That's how many people are going to watch it, no matter what it's going to be. But Daniel Bryan versus Kane, the Royal Rumble slot's going to be on the line. Tonight we saw him lose to Bray Wyatt in a real big surprise. We'll go on from here and see what's going to happen with the rest of Monday Night Raw. It's going to be a fun one. DX reunion, NWO reunion. Hopefully they'll do some sort of face-off. New Age Outlaws, Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, whole list of names to come, and hopefully we get that Kevin Nash Hall of Fame announcement.